Today on Five Sounds Realty, we are at 1420 Lum Brown Road in Williamston, North Carolina. Pretty much in the country setting sort of feeling, but really just on the outskirts of town. This is kind of a pie-shaped lot. There's the point. But I'm going to go this way because there's areas I can't go in, or I don't feel like walking in, quite honestly. This is the wide end of the pie, and I think the property, if you had to guess, but obviously if you gotta know, you need to do a survey, probably where the driveway ends right there for those guys, it starts somewhere in there and goes across, okay? So there's at least another 40-50 foot of woods going back. This is kind of a sloping, you can tell that's kind of a hill, everything is coming down. The subject home is right here, and yes, it's going down that way. This is fine, but what I'm saying is when you get into the woods area, it goes even further down, how much, I don't know, but what's important is where the house is at. Nice ditch. So any water that does maybe come down this way is stopped by two ditches, so nothing really flows to the home per se. It goes in the ditch and goes around or goes somewhere, but nice lot. Mature pine trees. Ranch home built 1973. Almost 1,500 square feet, or I think it is 1,500 square feet. On the market at this time for $112,000. Now the home does need TLC, and I think it's just off impression, I think it's mostly cosmetic. Nothing's been updated or done over the years since it was maybe built, actually. Some changes done in the home, which are a little odd, but we'll see those as we go in. The roof looks okay. My humble opinion, maybe another 5 to 10 years left on the roof. Fireplace, 2 carport area here, and you can pull through and go up to the side of the home. This was an actual carport on the home, but it's been closed in. We'll see that on the inside. And the front yard. And we'll go into the home. Typical terracotta tile porch of the 70s, 60s for ranch style homes. And I have a feeling these are even the original metal posts. I keep referencing my parents' home. They had the same thing. Okay? Because they built their home in 69, so I'm familiar with a lot of it. A bow window, not a bay, but a bow, which gives it a little interest on the inside. And we're going to go inside. And there's your entry door and the living room. Now, this carpet, it might have been from the 60s or 70s. I'm kidding, sort of. But you can see, the ceiling's popcorn type. It looks good, actually, but the carpet needs to go. And there is a slight bow in the floor. I mean, it is slight. It's almost like it's the floor joists in this area. And again, I'm not a professional. I don't know for sure. But in my opinion, you could probably go in there with another beam, jack it up, and should be straight again, because I didn't really feel this anywhere else in the home. I've already walked through the home. So, and in my humble opinion, again, the main girder for the complete home is somewhere right in here. You just feel it come up right in there. But anyway, we'll look at the bow window from this way. And you see that window, which is not a window. It was a window, but this leads out to what was the carport that's been bricked in and has been turned into a living space. We'll visit that in a moment. Okay? So just, you can come in here, scrape some things and do some paint, put down some carpet, and you got a nice room. Okay? Alrighty. Some baseboard moldings of the day. The thinner type, maybe 4 inches. And this goes into the kitchen. Now, it is a big kitchen. No doubt. Again, it needs some work. You can see it. It's just the formica, everything. The built-in cabinets are great. This is where a refrigerator, I think, was. It's not very wide. I mean, if you're going to redo the kitchen or do something, you could easily move a cabinet or two and put you a big refrigerator there. But you see, there's just areas that need to be worked on. I mean, and I think this was added on to the house actually, because just the way it does right here, they moved this over here. So something has been done in this kitchen besides what we're seeing, okay? But no biggie. Stove, electric, the flooring. Okay, the vinyl floor needs to come up. You know, for livability, could you come in here, mop this up and live in it? Yes, you could, but easily replace it. See, a lot of this stuff to me is simple work. Now, this kind of looks homemade or DIY kind of a situation, and I'll explain what I feel about that in a minute. Tile ceiling actually looks in pretty good shape. A little bow right there, but no staining. I think it's probably just dropping. There we go. And this used to be the exit door, which still does have a lock on it. You can put whatever you want here, out to the carport. This carport at one time did have carpet in it. And whenever they poured the concrete floor, they did put a slight tilt on it, and who knows for what reason, to keep the water from coming in if it did want to come in. But you can't tell it standing here that there's a little slight anything. It just looks nice, and that is a wood heater. Whether it will actually still do wood is the chimney and the insert thing you'll need to get checked out. Okay, all brick, and there's that window back into the main living room. Excuse me. All bricked in now. You even got the old railing from when it was just a carport, right? All right, and then here's a washer and dryer, and I also think that, yep, a hot water heater, air handler and everything for the AC. Everything looks honky-dory in here. Don't know how long you heard that, but that's what I say. Okay. Little room for more storage. Actually a lot of room in here for storage if you want. All right. Okay, and a view from the carport living area. All right, we'll go back up in. This is a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. I personally think at one time it was a 4-bedroom, 1 bath because of this. I believe this was a bedroom, okay? They cut this hole in here, and that's why I think maybe something like this was over here somehow. I'm just guessing. But anyway, and right here, you see how they've done that? I can barely walk under that. Actually, my head hits it because that's a little bit lower, or right at 6 foot. But you can see the old wall plate in the floor and the doorway. And that's why I think this was a bedroom at one time. All righty, let's just walk into this room because it still has the closet. Okay. Standard what would be in a bedroom closet. All right. Not very big, 4 foot maybe. And what I also discovered is it looks like these bricks, because I flipped that one on its edge, are laid directly on top of this hardwood flooring. So if you wanted to make this smaller or just redo it, I think it would be very easy to do. Because really, and I have a feeling that these brick are also just stacked, because the only thing that's outside is a flue, a cinder block flue, and I'll show you that when we go outside. So in reality, almost all of this can come down if you want it rather easy, I do believe. And make this room whatever you want it to be again. Same thing, or just, whatever. But I think this is just for looks. That this thing actually does nothing for support. I think the main support wall is right here. That's my thoughts. Okay. So, but you need to get that checked out before you did anything. Do not take my word for it. All right. Cabinet here, I think is just a linen closet for the bathroom area. And be whatever you want it to now. Okay. Hallway to tile ceilings. Oh yeah, in here it's the textured ceiling. A couple little splotches just falling down. I think an easy patch fix. Alrighty, and we'll come to the first bedroom. Now this did have carpet in it. They've left the tack strips in place. Could you come back in here with carpet again? Yeah, definitely. You know, if that's what you wanted. Standard closet. This one may be 5 foot. Okay. And textured ceiling again. A couple of little things that maybe need to be patched up. Cleaned up and good. It's still got the old windows in it now. I don't think I've mentioned that. Still got the old windows in it. But they're tall windows, so it makes the room brighter. All right, crown molding. I didn't mention that before. I didn't really pay much attention. Baseboards. All right. The hallway does have this linoleum. I think you could remove it. 80s band of whatever it is. Access to the attic. Okay. And there is a slight right here, slight down, but not much. And then the only bathroom in major need of attention. Okay. I mean, my gosh, you could almost put 3 sinks in here. But it has 2, and I think that's pretty cool. Hey, when you redo it, or if you redo it to your own liking. Again, some of these areas just need some attention. The old tile work, yeah, I think the caulking and some of that really needs to be taken out and recaulked. And the walls cleaned, and I think it's good. Just my humble opinion. That is a iron tub, porcelain iron over top of it. Let's say aerial in here. I mean, the tile seems in pretty good shape, just needs to be given some attention. Current medicine cabinet, and this is it. All right, we're going to go out. And since it's a 1 bathroom, no room would be a master. To my opinion, it would be one of these last 2 rooms here. And this one might be the one I would say is the master because it's just a little bit bigger, I believe. Yes, it is. Paneling on the wall. Yeah, paneling, textured ceiling. Floors are nice, used, but nice. You know, if you redid these floors, they would sparkle. I mean, they'd be beautiful. Alrighty. Again, the window, the closet there that I just shut the door on that I now need to open. Again, that's about a 3.5 size closet, okay? Not sure what that box is. Alrighty. Coming back out. And the other bedroom. Yes, it's a little bit smaller. So that room would be, in my humble opinion, the master. Okay? In here, same thing, paneling, textured ceilings, 2 windows. And looks like a box there. Might be a 200 amp. I can't really tell. Maybe I get close enough in that whoever can see that. Yes, 200 amp. I don't have my glasses on, and it's darker in here. It's hard to see it. Moldings on the floor. Cove moldings. I mean, that's kind of like an upgrade, really. This whole house has them. Even in the bathroom, the cove moldings. So, as we're walking back out to get a view of the home, even in here, cove moldings. So you have that. I mean, that's kind of an upgrade, actually. Nice, cute little plantation shutters at the window that looks out onto the backyard and the propane tank. But, it becomes yours. You do what you want, Propane tank, I think, is only for that. I don't know if we'll look when we go out if it's part of the propane system for heating. But let's go outside. All right? All right. Come out the side. And as I was saying, you could drive your car if you wanted to all the way up in here to unload for groceries or such. You don't have to do it back there. Either that or it's got the right kind of A on it. Put your carport here on the side and drive the car all the way up. I think the property goes somewhere just right in there as it's going by into the backyard. Now, most of the backyard is going to be woods, okay? And then here we are. And it is possible that this does have propane heat, but I'm unsure. I have to actually look at the paperwork. But it doesn't look new, but it doesn't look old, okay? And when I say old, I say 15 to 20 years old. Maybe it is, I don't know. But this is the backyard, okay? And we'll get a look at the back of the house from this vantage point once we get out there. Like I said, it gradually goes down, you know, it keeps going down. And it's not like it's a big slope or anything. But there's the back of the home, and there's that flue I was talking about. That's the only thing that suggests, you know, that brick wall inside that room there is just against the wall. It's not really being supported by much. But there's a home. Propane tank that large. Okay, yeah, it probably does have a gas on the AC, but we'll check. Clothes line if you like hanging out clothes. And like I said, a lot of the properties right here in this woods area. Alrighty. Still plenty of room if you came out here. There's a magnolia tree that's been growed up around it. I mean, just some cleanup would put grass back in this area and turn that into a whole new area. I mean, there's not any real trees per se that have to come out. So yeah, there's a lot of potential in this home. Here's the side. And we'll go back up to the front here. And this is, after we do this, this will probably be calling it a day at this home. But this is it. 1420 Lum Brown Road, Williamston, North Carolina. I hope the video has helped you out. Take care.